What's up, witches? It's the Undercover Witch, and today we are doing water signs. So if you are a Scorpio sun, this reading is for you, and it is going to be a general reading for the month of April. We're going to start by pulling some tarot. I'm using the Friends Tarot cards and the Energy Oracle by Sandra Taylor. You have a lot of cards today. It's just popping out. I feel like you're in a very abundant, manifestive time. So be very mindful about what you're thinking, because I think those manifestations are coming in like super, super fast. But let's see where we're starting out. The first card I have for you is the Six of Cups. So I feel like you may have quite recently got out of a situation or a relationship with somebody where the feelings weren't really mutual. They weren't really reciprocated. Maybe you just were like, wow, this is fun. I like having the attention, but it turns out that person doesn't really spark with you. You don't feel it. You're not interested. And we have the Emperor. So either this person might have been controlling, or maybe you're trying to control your life too much and you're not able to slow down and really enjoy the company and people around you. Excuse me. We have the Page of Cups as well. The Six of Pentacles. What on earth? I'm perplexed because I'm getting the same cards as another reading I did earlier, but it's interesting because when these cards came out, they were all separate, but the way I'm pulling them now, they're all in the same order and the same. It's just weird. Okay, but we have two sixes right next to each other. We have Six of Cups and then we have the Six of Pentacles. So I think that whatever you're trying to pull in it's almost like you were with somebody who is like very, very like quote like romantic, like they were very like ideal, but they weren't real, you know? Like you want a different type of attention that they were willing to give. And it might also be that like these people wanted to spend like sentimental, like valuable time with you, and what you really wanted was like gifts, and like your love language is like completely different than theirs, and what they were willing to give you was different than what you wanted. And that's okay. Like and I'm so glad that you realized that that wasn't for you, because for some people, and they want you to think that you're selfish or you should want something different, and that's not how it should be. Also, I'm a little off. Okay. And we have the High Priestess. So again, this is something that you've realized. You know what you want. You want somebody who's less of like, you know what, I'm not interested in this person. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. We're just not meant for each other. But this is what I want. And I think you're realizing that coming in this next week. And you're going to start manifesting that. And with that, I have the Four of Wands, which is a marriage card. And that's really cool. That's really nice, because you're realizing what you want, and you realizing what you're wanting in a person has that person coming up to you. We have the Devil, though, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. This person may be coming in at a bad time. Maybe this person that you're realizing you didn't want to be with, you're not actually out of the relationship with it. You're just mentally checked out, right? Which puts some constraints on you, because again, we have the Devil and we have the Eight of Swords. So maybe you feel like you're tied up. You're not in a situation where you can be in a relationship with somebody else. And maybe because that past relationship ended, there is a part of you that's hurting from it. And you just don't really know what to do. Like you're not ready for something real. I think that maybe you ended that relationship and you didn't realize it would still hurt, but it does. And you need to take time to heal yourself before you jump into something new, because you might jump into something new with the wrong person, even though the person you want, you've already met. It's right there. They're right there. So don't jump into anything crazy. We have the we have the Three of Pentacles. But also just before, because the Seven of Wands came into my mind because I have it right here. But you may feel like a lot of love offers and things like that are coming in, but you're not ready to get serious. Don't get serious. That's what I have to say. Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. I feel like you know who it is that you want to be with and what you want to work towards. I think you just need to go out and do it. And then I have the Sun. So that's the last week of April. So you have a very emotional few weeks coming up, but that last week, I think you're going to start changing your perspective and realize the direction that you need to go and kind of realize what you're feeling. I'm going to pull Oracle for you now, Scorpio. I've got Deceit. Ooh, okay. So maybe the Deceit, I feel like this can go two ways. One, I feel like possibly you are being deceitful with what you want. Magician in the Mirror. Yes, I think you're just being deceitful with yourself about what you're wanting in a relationship or what you're wanting in your life. And you need to go on a journey to figure out what that is. I also have the Thinking Man, which I feel like this goes back to this person that's coming in your life who's a better match for you. They're very contemplative. They take more time to think about things. They're very introspective, and that's what you're needing. I have Happy Family, which again mirrors that Four of Wands that we pulled earlier. Rest and Rejuvenation, Door to Spirit, Indecision, Fourth Chakra, Archangel Raphael, and Patience. So you need to take time, again, to figure out what you want. Communicate with your guides. Take time to rest. You don't need to make a decision and be with somebody right now. You can live alone for just a little bit. You have an indecision to make. I feel like there's just somebody in your life that you know you want to be with, and you should just go do it. Go do it. Fourth chakra is your heart. So that's all about loving yourself and being confident in yourself and having faith in who you are and what you want and having that self-love and self-confidence. And we have Patience. So take a second because you need to build that up before you move forward. I think that's all I have as far as cards go. We're doing 3 yes or no questions at the end of this reading. Yes, I stole this from Minnow Pond Tarot, but I think they're doing something else at the end of their readings now, so it's fine. And also, I think it's a really, really good idea for you to confirm parts of the reading that you think were meant for you or not. I'm going to give you a few seconds to come up with a question. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And we have the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. That is your third eye. So again, you need to take time to connect with your guides and really focus on what you're wanting and from an enlightened space, not from just like around you, like this is what I want. Like no. You need to be like, okay, like that's where I want to go. Second question. 1, 2, 3. No. And we have the door to personal healing and happiness. So I think that, if you're expecting a negative outcome, let it get out of there. Get it out of your mind. You just need a second to really focus on yourself. Last question. 1, 2, 3. Also no. And we have the World. I feel like there's a part of you that needs to take a step back and learn how to appreciate the world for what it is. And it's great that you can see the bigger picture, but sometimes you have to realize that even though you can see this big picture, even though you can see the whole world and, the things that you could do, it's okay to be a small part of that world. And it's okay to pick one thing and be good at one thing. But, if you don't ever master anything, you never do anything. But if you choose to at least master one thing, like you could be very successful in your lifetime. And, I mean, that's okay. You don't have to be the world. You don't have to change the world. It's not your job to change the entire world. But you can if you really focus, hone in on master like one thing. But that is all I have for you, Scorpio. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment. I also have a affiliate link for Podbean now. So if you don't know what Podbean is, it's where you can host podcasts. It's what I host The Undercover Witch on. if you already have a YouTube channel, it would be perfect for you because you could just edit your YouTube video. And if it's not visually heavy and you think people could, understand it over a podcast, you could take that audio, extract it, and then upload it to Podbean. And then boom, you have two separate places where your information is going. You have two spots where you can create an audience or even pull from your podcast audience and be like, hey, go check out my YouTube. If you are a podcast person and you want to start your own podcast and you want to be on YouTube but you don't want to show your face or anything, you can upload to Podbean and they can upload it to YouTube for you, and they'll create just like a little like audio thing for people to watch while they listen to your podcast. It also uploads to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, and TuneIn Radio, which connects to Alexa. So people can ask Alexa to play your podcast on their device. I am also on the Wisdom app. So I have that link in my description as well for you to join. But that's a space where you can ask me questions. You can ask me questions and I'll answer them in like a 1-minute audio. You can hear other people's answers to different questions that they're asked. It also has a talk feature where one person can open up a talk and allow others to join. So I was thinking about utilizing that for like readings and stuff, or just talking about spirituality or any questions that y'all have in general. So go ahead and go check that out as well. But that is it, Scorpio. I hope you have a great week.